Good morning and happy Girls' Day. My name is Emily and I will be your chairperson for today's service. Are there any visitors or new students and families here this morning? If so, welcome to our temple. Could those of you sitting near them help them find the proper pages for the sutras, gathas, and readings? Thank you. First, we will have Sambujo on page 24 in the Big Book, followed by sutra chanting Juseige on page 23 in the Little Book or page 93 in the Big Book.
Sa
We will now have Gatha, Buddha Loves You, on page 39 in the small service book, followed by the Golden Chain 1, which is located on page 2 in the little book, or page 15 in the big book under Golden Chain 1.
Fly, fly, little bird, Buddha loves you, little bird. Tweet, 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 tweet. Run, run, little pup, Buddha loves you, little pup. Bow, wow, 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 wow. Don't cry, pussycat, Buddha loves you, pussycat. Mew, 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 mew. Swim, swim, little fish, Buddha loves you, little fish. Good job. Thank you.
The Golden Chain.
I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace.
Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Now we will
Please be
have
seated.
a Dharma lesson by Reverend Jones.
Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Good morning. Welcome to our first service of March. I hope the recent weather hasn't been too hard on you. And also welcome to those of you at home, you warm, dry folks at home. We appreciate everyone who comes to our service, whether in person or virtually or by viewing the recording at a later date, so thank you all. You know, if you watch TV, read the news on your computer or devices, or just see all the signs on people's lawns or other places, you may know that in November of this year, we're going to have a vote to determine who will be the next president of the United States, in addition to many other positions like senators and congressional representatives, mayors, and so on. You may have been having discussions about this in your school, or you may hear your parents talking about it. If you ever watch or read the various commercials and ads for one person or another, you may notice that these are often not very nice. They often talk about how bad the other person is and why you shouldn't vote for them. They often blame all the things that are happening in our world on the people who are in office today. Then they tell you about how good it will be when they are elected and how much worse it will get if you leave the current people in office. These advertisements are using the power of three words: fear, uncertainty, and doubt. They explain why you should fear the other person running for office. Then they try to tell you that we just don't know what these people will do next. And that is, they're creating a uncertainty about the future. Then they try to make us worry about voting for the other person. Finally, they tell you that the other person doesn't really care about you. They only care about themselves, and they create doubt about the intentions and the ability of the other person. Now, all in all, this is not a very friendly or enjoyable time. By the time your parents and the rest of the voters get to actually vote, it's no surprise that they are fearful of all the candidates running for office, uncertain as to what the future holds no matter who gets elected, and they doubt the word of anyone involved. Thankfully, most of you don't have to worry about the upcoming election. Your parents will handle that, but you may face your own version of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. When one of your friends tells you that you should be doing something that they do, even though you may believe that it's not the right thing for you to do, they may try to convince you by using fear, uncertainty, and doubt. First, they may tell you that you're missing out on something really fun or exciting. That's the fear part, the fear of missing out. This is so common now, we've turned it into an acronym, FOMO, fear of missing out. Next time, they might tell you that you must not really be their friend, or that your other friends may not like you anymore if you don't go along. Or they may try to tell you that there are more people who will be your friend if you do this new thing. That makes you wonder if you should do it even though you thought it was not the right thing to do. That's the uncertainty part. Then they may try to convince you that you are worried about all the wrong things, and that you should just think about yourself and how much fun you'll have. They make you question whether or not you really are thinking about things correctly, and that's where they get you to doubt what you know and what you think is right. Now, your friend might be trying to get you to do something that really isn't bad and might really be fun. But they could also be trying to get you to do something that could hurt you, hurt someone else, or get you into trouble at school or with your parents, or both. So what do? You are still learning about the world. You may think you know a lot, and you may know many things. But one of the best teachers we have is experience. You are young, and therefore you have not had time to have much experience. That's where adults come in. Your parents should always be your first stop. Whether you believe it or not, your parents want you to have fun. They want you to learn new things and enjoy doing them, but they also want to protect you. Their experience, they are pretty old, helps them decide whether this new thing is really okay or not. Teachers can also be great guides, and the ministers assistants are here at the temple for you as well. I know that sometimes you want to do something just so that you can fit in and be part of the group with your friends. But there is a difference between fitting in and belonging to a group. To fit in, you usually have to change something about yourself. The way you think, the way you dress, the way you talk, what music you like. It could be just about anything. The problem is, when you change this to fit in, you're not being you. You belong in a group when they accept you for who you are. They don't make you do, say, or like things that are different from how you think today. Buddhism teaches us that the Buddha accepts us for who we are. Here at the Betsuin, we accept everyone who walks in the door as they are. We don't ask them to change so that they can fit into our way of thinking. They'll know if they belong when they're assured that we accept them as they are and that we don't judge them. Buddhism doesn't judge us. We're taught to see the world as it really is, but we are also taught that there are some things that we should not do. One of those things is harming any living being, and that includes ourselves. The Golden Chain reminds us that we are supposed to not only do the right thing, but we are supposed to help protect others. I will protect all who are weaker than myself. We do the right thing by thinking pure and beautiful thoughts, saying pure and beautiful words, and by doing pure and beautiful deeds. If you're not sure whether a new thing is something that you should do, ask your parents. Talk to your teacher. Talk to one of us. Yes, you could talk to your friends or even your big brother or sister, but your parents have more experience and they're doing everything they can to help you and to help you be safe. The adults in your life are not here to prevent you from having fun. We all want you to enjoy school, your friends, your activities, but we also want you to be healthy and safe. And sometimes that new exciting thing that someone wants you to do and wants you to try may not be the best thing to keep you healthy and safe. If someone wants you to do something that's not safe or could get you in trouble, they are not asking you to belong to their group of friends. They are asking you to change so that you will fit in. Your goal in being part of a group should be to belong to that group, not just to fit in. Remain true to yourself. Be yourself. Please join me in Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reverend Jones. We will now have Gatha farewell on page 45 in the Little Service Book, followed by the promise located on page 5 in the Little Book, or page 15 in the Big Book.
Dharma school is over for another day. Let us gather round the shrine, bow our heads and say, thank you, teacher, for your help. Thank you, everyone. Buddha's love will keep us safe till our work is done. So we'll meet again next week. Won't you take a gap? Let us try to do what's right, always kind of fair. We shall spread their happiness, faith in Buddha brings. Now it's time to say goodbye till we meet again. Namo Amida Butsu, sin this fire remain. Namo Amida Butsu, sunny day or rain. Namo Amida Butsu, strong in faith remain. Namo Amida Butsu, till we meet again.
The promise. We
Thank
thank the Buddha for showing us the way of freedom. We will endeavor to walk in his noble path every day of our lives. Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Namo Amida Butsu. Please
Thank
be
you.
seated.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Thank you to Rinban Sakamoto, Reverend Mikame, Reverend Jones, Mr. Akizuki, Mrs. Tanabe, organist Ms. Tsuchimoto, and AV Tech Mr. Onishi. Are there any announcements?
Hello, my name is Justin, and this is Aiden. We're with Troop 611, and we're selling tickets for our annual family dinner fundraiser this morning. We'd greatly appreciate if any of you guys could buy some tickets for yourself, family, or friends. Thank you very much.
Morning, everyone. I'm here to talk about our art contest. We have an art contest for everybody. That means everybody here. And it's the upcycled items is the goal. And what it is it's for the Earth Day Eco Sangha event. And the theme is upcycled items, meaning that take something that has been used or whatever for some other reason and repurpose it for and use it again and make it look kind of nice, you know, and it's for everybody. We have 4 categories from little preschoolers to adults. So, you know, you're not competing with everybody, you're competing with a group. And so you can win money on this one, okay? Because there's a first, second, and third prize, place prizes. So I encourage you to do it, and there's forms in the back, so pick one up and look at it. The due date is April 7th, so you have about a month to do this, okay? So it's doable. Let's see a lot of art projects, okay? The other one is my usual soul line dancing class, okay? We had a great turnout last weekend, and we had a lot of people there, and I think a lot of them had a good time. So come out and join us. It's good exercise, it's fun, and it's easy, okay? Nothing hard. The teacher goes over the steps, so you should be fine, okay? Come and join us. Thank you. And it's Sunday, March 10th at 11:30.
Hi, I'm Arlene Maury, and I want to make an announcement for the BWA. We did a food drive for the Spartan, San Jose State Spartan Food Pantry, and we're wrapping that up right now. And I want to extend it to next week, next Sunday. There's a box that's in the office. If you have any kinds of canned goods or anything that you might want to go through your pantry, and if you have anything, even if it's a little expired, they'll still take it. I went over to the Spartans pantry, and they could really use some food. They have very little canned goods. They get the like MREs, the humanitarian kind of thing. And outside of that, they get things from Second Harvest, so fresh vegetables and things, but outside of that, there's the shelves were pretty bare. So I want to go ahead and make sure that we extend it, and if you can do anything at all. Yeah. Yes, yes. If you'd like to make a donation to the Spartan Food Pantry, that would be great too. So anything, and they also take some like soap, toothpaste, toothbrushes, that type of thing. So if you have any of that extra kind of thing, even maybe the hotel kind of stuff, then that would probably be very appreciated. Okay, thank you.
For those online, Rinbon was trying to get me to go, and I was trying to get him to go. Good morning. What was I going to say? Okay. As Mr. Akizuki spoke about 2 weeks ago, you know, the Lahaina is still in bad shape, and they're going to be in bad shape for quite a while. So we're holding a second fundraiser. We held one last September, and we're holding another one in 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. 4 weeks, the 31st. So we're doing a takeout plate lunch fundraiser again. The deadline to put in your order is 15 days from today, March 18th. So please look in your Dharma newsletter or on the Betsun website to do that. They are $20 each. Chicken katsu plate lunch with rice, green salad, mac salad, and a dessert. Second thing, I hope you enjoyed your week off from temple last week. Some of us were busy. Rinbon, Reverend Mikame, Janice Doi, and I were at the annual, so we're underneath the umbrella of the Buddhist Churches of America, the BCA, and they hold their annual meetings once a year. And so they were held for the first time in person in 4 years in Sacramento last week. And so lots of reports. I was so thrilled to hear all those reports. But one of the highlights for me anyway, was they presented, for only the 5th time, a Lifetime Achievement Award. And the recipient this year was our own Sumi Tanabe. So Sumi was not only just the 5th person to receive the award, she was certainly the first person from San Jose to receive this award. And I believe she's the first woman to receive this award. So congratulations to Sumi. Thank you.
Just to remind everyone, next week is Ohigan, so March the 17th. Reverend Dr. David Matsumoto will be our speaker, both in the Dharma school and adult English service. And 2 weeks, is it 2 weeks? What is today? Today's the 3rd? Oh, Girls' Day. Okay, so in 2 weeks. Thank you very much. Good reminder. Okay, okay, thank you. So, Ohigan service, 2 weeks, the 17th. Please come and join us for that. Reverend Matsumoto is a wonderful speaker. He is the current president of the Institute of Buddhist Studies, and he is retiring. So it might be one of the last chances that we'll get to hear him. So please come and join us for that Ohigan service.
Before everyone leaves the temple, please straighten all the books for the next service. Those of you who are interested are welcome to attend the adult English service following this service, or you are welcome to stop by the open door cafe tent outside in front of the garden. For your safety, please obey the crossing guards and look both ways before crossing the street. This concludes today's service, and thank you for attending.
Wait. ちょっと待って. Hang on. Thank you very much. But Ohigan is on the 10th, not on the 17th. It is on the 10th. Phew, my brain is going through all kinds of scrambledness. But, so next week Sunday, Ohigan service with David Matsumoto. Okay, bye. Come again. Good job, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Janice Doy, and I'm your chairperson for today's service. And happy Girls' Day, everybody. So we're glad you're here. Yes, girl power. Yeah. Before we begin this morning's service, just a reminder, there's no food or beverage allowed inside the hondo. And please turn your cell phones off or down or airplane mode or whatever that doesn't make noise. Do we have anyone here who's visiting for the first time? Oh, welcome. Would you like to stand up and introduce yourselves, or it's up to you if you... Oh, good. A friend brought you. Great. Thank you. Welcome. If you have any questions, you ask any of these guys in the chairs up here. They'll answer them for you. Okay. We'll begin this morning's service with Sambujo, which is on page 24 in the large book, and followed by sutra chanting Sanbutsuge on page 22 in the small book and 79 in the large book. Well, everyone, please rise for the Gatha when we see the golden sun, which is on page 101 in the small book. And then please remain standing for the three treasures, which is on page 3 in this same small book.
When we see the golden sun shining from above, we are mindful of the Buddha's love. All us are is pure compassion, shielded to the strong. By his doctrine, wisdom ways you show. When we see the silver moon gleaming in the sky, we remember still our Lord is nigh. By his presence all to guide us through this earthly night of the sorrow into joy and night. Okay, please remain standing. So we're gonna read the three treasures in the same book. When you read the unison part, leader and sangha in unison, so there's third line, so you need to be careful. So there's a line saying that in the spirit of universal brotherhood, so please replace the brotherhood with oneness when you read. So when you're gonna read like this, in a spirit of universal oneness. Okay, so we're gonna read the three treasures. How is it to be born into human life? Now we are living it. Difficult is it to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be free from the suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into yourselves the principle your way of enlightenment and awaken ourselves of spring will. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of doctrine and engage with some deep is the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in natural accord, in a life of harmony, in a spirit of universal oneness, free from the bondage for selfishness. Even through ages of mirrors of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you. Please be seated.
And now we'll have a Dharma talk from our minister's assistant, Ms. Sumi Tanabe.
Good morning to all of you here in the Hondo and to all of you at home on YouTube. This morning, I titled my talk, My Teacher, My Mentor, My Friend. Please join me in Gassho. On the long journey of human life, faith is the best of companions. Faith is the best refreshment by the way, and the greatest reward at the end. Faith in the hand that receives true Dharma. Faith is the hand that receives the prophet. Namo Amitabhas. Namo Amitabhas. Namo Amitabhas. How many of you have a role model or a mentor? Raise your hand. Okay. I'm going to pick on some of you, so don't hide under the pew. Ray, would you like to tell us who your mentor or someone that you respect? Mr. Tom Yuki? Or his father. How many of you know Mr. Yuki, the father of Tom? You want to explain why you respect him so much? Okay. Okay. Reverend Mikame, you speak so highly of your grandmother in some of your talks. So is she your mentor? What about you, Dennis? Limba?
Many mentors.
Yes.
My judo sensei, a long time ago.
Why?
He kept us in line, but he also provided us with broader understanding of things in the world.
Not just judo. Okay. I met a new friend today, Nemo. Would you like to say something about maybe someone you highly respect?
I came last week for the service, and there was no service, so I ran to Reiko that I met here, and ended up volunteering for the Japanese Film Festival all day, and I've learned so much both from her, her brother, and the festival, so grateful to Reiko.
Okay. Larry Honda, you here? Oh, you're way over there. Who's your mentor or your role model?
I don't have one actually, specific role model, but I pick up things from lots of different things. My parents, my grandmothers, my judo senseis actually as well. My teachers, yeah, I don't have one specific person.
Yes, and sometimes we have mentors throughout our life, starting when we're children and teenagers and adults. And when we enter the working world, like Limba has several mentors. What about you, Janice?
You're my mentor.
See, I knew she would say that.
I was waiting for you to call me, yeah. No, you've always supported anything that I wanted to do around here. And she's always encouraged us, she encourages all of the ladies here to be more active, take leadership roles. Yeah, she's a terrific mentor for us.
Thank you. Anybody else want to say who the mentor is? Michael Jones, I haven't heard from you.
It would have to be my older brother. He's been gone now for a little over 8 years, but he was constantly there. He was 12 years older, so he had the experience to let me know what I should
Right.
and shouldn't be doing, and he would answer questions, and didn't always agree with them, but
Yeah,
he was always there.
yeah. Thank you all for sharing. So a mentor is someone who you respect, someone who taught you something valuable in life. My mentor was a farmer. He was born on May 13, 1923, and died on December 26 last year. He lived to be 102 years old. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend his funeral. His name is George Toshiyuki Teraoka. I met George when our family came to live within a few miles from his ranch in Fowler, California, a small town, population 2,000. We lost everything in Long Beach before the war, so we were forcibly had to go into internment camps. Our family went first to Jerome, Arkansas. My family consisted of my parents, my paternal grandmother, my oldest brother, sister who was born in Jerome, Arkansas internment camp, and myself. My father was also a farmer who sharecropped on a German-American ranch. The family had grapes that we dried for raisins. Lucky for us, my father was a farmer and grew vegetable and even built a chicken coop so we could have fresh eggs every morning. We were very poor, but we always ate well. My younger brother was born, and when he was able to, he joined my oldest brother to work on George Ranch, picking peaches and other fruits. I also worked, but I had to quit because I was too slow climbing up a ladder and coming down. Besides, I was afraid of heights. There were many kids in Fowler who work on the Teraoka Ranch every summer to earn some money. I don't recall that George ever attended college or had any formal education, but he was self-taught. He learned about Buddhism and taught Sunday school. In fact, he taught for many, many years. The ministers in Central California were all Japanese speaking, and so I couldn't understand what they were telling us. So we were fortunate in having people like George Nisei who spoke English and were able to transfer the teachings onto us. George would also make rounds to all the temples speaking, delivering his Dharma messages. He also learned to fly and would fly to the other temples. I always have problems with my fingers, with arthritis. When I was about 15 years old, George asked me to assist teaching him his class. Those years were very precious to me as my foundation in Buddhism and Jodo Shinshu grew. Fowler did not have a temple at that time, but we had a hall. It served as a temporary housing for returning internees, just like this temple had. That hall became the center of our social and religious needs. When I was asked to teach by myself, I thought, oh, I couldn't do this. But we had a lack of Sunday school teachers, so I consented. My classroom was in the basement of the hall. One morning, when I went down to the basement to begin my class, I was met with a barrage of water. I got shot by a water pistol by one of my students. I was all wet from my head to my toes. And the first thing I saw was George's son. And I thought, oh boy, wait till I tell your father but I kept quiet and didn't say anything. As all teachers know, some kids grow up the opposite of what you think they would do. This child grew up to be an attorney. I left Fowler to work in Fresno and finally moved to San Jose. But I always kept in touch with George over the years. When I and I were get married, my father told us that we needed a baishakunin. Baishakunin, I said, what's that? It was the tradition with our Issei parents that couples would have advisor, kind of family counselor. George, so we asked George and his wife Mary to be our baishakunin. He looked at us and said, you better not have any problems because I'm not going to help you. We were not the only ones who used George and Mary as our baishakunin. George continued teaching for many, many years. I would say he was the oldest Sunday school teacher. We would meet during Federation of Dharma School Teachers League conferences, and it would always be the same thing. We would hug each other and say, how are you? He was always so generous and always so warm, even though he was in his 80s and 90s. When I was growing up, I had difficulties understanding some of the concept of Buddhism, like Shinjin and Amida Buddha. He explained that Amida was like the energy that is all around us, and all we have to do is to be mindful. Then gratitude permeates my life. I like that explanation. I feel Amida is with me at all times, the good days and the bad days. I feel his great compassion and wisdom in my heart and in my mind. Jodo Shinshu is about gratitude. I'm so grateful that George was an important part of my life when I needed someone to hang on to, someone to believe in. He was my teacher, my mentor, my friend. Please join me in Gassho. The spirit of Buddha is of great wisdom and compassion. Your suffering is my suffering, and your happiness is my happiness, said the Buddha. And he does not forget that spirit for a single moment. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you very much for your kind listening. And I hope if you don't have a mentor, you seek one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sumi. As Larry mentioned in the 9:30 service, Sumi was the recipient last weekend of the Buddhist Churches of America Lifetime Service Award. And we're very happy for Sumi. I think it's a well-deserved recognition. Sumi has been active in the BCA for forever. BCA is 125 years old. Sumi's been there, not quite 100, but yeah, whether it's FDSTL, the Federation of Buddhist Women's Associations, the Endowment Foundation, just to name a few. And then locally here, at this temple, she was the first female president. She's headed the Federation of Buddhist Women's Associations. And she's our first female minister's assistant, right? Is that correct? Yeah. So she's just a trailblazer, and we're so grateful that we have her. So congratulations again, Sumi. Please rise for Gatha Ondokusan II on page 76 of the small service book.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you. Please be seated.
Are there any announcements? Where's Larry? Oh, there he is.
This is an announcement for BWA, but for everybody. On March 15th, it's a Friday, from 10 to 12 noon, we are conducting a self-defense class. It's geared for seniors, but also young people will also benefit. It's given by the trainer who's well experienced, Rebecca O'Brien. And the cost to BWA members is $35. For non-members, it's $65. The deadline is March 8th, so if you are interested, she could only hold a maximum of 20 people. We already have 10 people signed up. So if you are interested, you need to write a check to Sansei BWA and give it to the office by Friday, March 8th. Thank you.
Good morning. Some other people have asked me to make their announcements. So, the Boy Scouts are having their family dinner on Saturday. I already forgot the date. This is really bad. March 23rd? No, can't be 23rd. It's a Saturday, so second. 23rd. Yeah. Okay. You can tell I listened very well last service. Okay, March 23rd. Usually they do a Korean beef dinner. It's really good. Oh my gosh. So they're selling tickets outside. I forgot how much. As president, I get comped, so I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's see. Linda Ichinaga asked me to make 2 announcements. So they're having another Soul Line dancing class. I think it's a week from tomorrow, but I'm not sure about that one either. So March 10th, I believe, at 11:30 probably in the gym. So everyone is welcome to come and have a good time, even if you've never done it before. So second thing she asked me to make an announcement of is the Earth Day 2024 Art Contest, which is sponsored by our Dharma School in Iko Sangha. And this year's theme is upcycled items. So they're just looking for people to make something artistic out of things that are recycled materials that you can reuse. And this is open not just to Dharma School students, but to adults. And Linda's trying to tell everybody, yes, you can earn lots of money here. It looks like for each there's 4 categories from pre-K to 3rd grade, 4th to 6th grade, 7th grade through high school, and anyone old, college and older. And monetary awards are $40, $25, and $10 for first, second, and third in each of those 4 categories. So you're all encouraged to do this. Deadline to submit is Sunday, April 7th, and the winners will be announced at a Dharma school service. And all these entries will be displayed at the Earth Day service on April 14th. Let's see, what else is there? Let's see, Emmy asked me, and Al asked me to make an announcement. Sangha Support is holding a workshop today at 11:30 roughly in the gym, and this is how to prevent falls. Did I get that right? Yes? I don't know the name of the person leading this, but anyway, you can tell I'm president, I don't know a lot. But you know, certainly as all of us get older, our susceptibility to falling increases over time. So I'm assuming this is an educational seminar to give you some pointers into how to lessen the possibility of falling and stuff. So please attend. This is open to everyone, and it's free. Let's see, what was my announcement? Oh yeah, 4 weeks from today, on March 31st, we're doing our second Lahaina fundraiser. This one, the funds here are going directly to the Lahaina Honganji. It's similar to what we did last September, where we did a plate lunch fundraiser. This is just a to-go plate lunch fundraiser. This time we're doing chicken katsu under the direction of Gwen Aso. She's putting the crew together, and it was her idea to do this, and just like it was in September. So you'll get chicken katsu, rice, a green salad, a mac salad, and a dessert for $20. Deadline to put in your order is in 15 days on March 18th. Please look for the QR code in the Dharma newsletter or on our Betsun website, and you can either pay through that or you can just give a check to the church office. We haven't, oh, you want me to do this too? Okay. It's March 10th, right? Okay, so Rinban, everybody's asking me to do their announcements. Rinban would like me to announce that we are having our Ohigan, I got that right, Ohigan service, spring Ohigan service next Sunday on March 10th. Guest speaker is Reverend Dr. David Matsumoto. If you've never heard him speak, he's got this great voice. I mean, when you know, I wish I had his voice. I have this voice, but he has this, and he's really good. He's a wonderful speaker. So if you're able to make next week's service, please attend. Thank you. Oh, everything's written out. Janice is reminding me. Oh my goodness. Janice is reminding me that our annual golf tournament is taking place on the last Monday of April, April 29th. For the second year in a row, we're doing it at the Villages. Yeah, so this is open to everyone. You don't just have to be a temple member. We are limiting entries to 100 because of a limited number of carts at the facility. We already have 50 people roughly signed up. So please, if you want to play, get your entries in. Janice was one of the first ones to send in her entry. And then in conjunction with this, we run a special raffle with this. Now, this has nothing to do with the golf tournament, but we do it in conjunction with the golf tournament. And so this raffle we run to raise funds for our Dharma Center project. We're continuing to raise funds for the Dharma Center project. So these we have a limited number. I forget. I think it's only 400 tickets. I'm trying to remember. But they're $20 each. First prize is $4,000, and then there are 10 $100 prizes. So I know several people who have won over the years. Dale, Turtle, Ondo. I think Michael Yoshihara has won these. I forgot who won last year. But yeah, $4,000. Wow. Anyway, so that's part of it as well. But if you wish to golf in our annual golf tournament, please sign up. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry. So thank you to Rinban Sakamoto, Reverend Mikame, Reverend Michael Jones, our minister's assistants Dennis Hakizuki and Sumi Tanabe, our organist Colleen Tsuchimoto, and our AV tech person Steve Onishi. Thank you, everyone, for attending this morning. This concludes our service. If you'd like to come up and oshoko at the end, please feel free to do so. Thank you for coming.